Most traders are profitable, but they end up losing money not because the system is failing, but because they overtrade. In this video, I'll show you the 3 ways that professional traders use to overcome this habit. Going back, what is overtrading? Simply put, overtrading is the habit of trading outside your trading plan. You know the usual plan of a trader. You plan to trade a specific system, but trading that system in of itself is the right thing to do. And no matter the market condition, let's say this system presented itself 5 times in a day. Taking those 5 trades, because your usual trade, let's say your usual trade was 1 trade a day or 2 trades a day. Now you have the opportunity to take 5 trades, but since this system aligns with your trading plan, taking all of those trades is not overtrading. Rather, what overtrading is you have your system in place, but you go on ahead and take the trades that you are not supposed to take, trading outside your trading plan. That right there is what overtrading is. There are certain reasons why traders do overtrade, and most of those reasons they justify. One of them is fear, the fear of missing out. So because a trader feels like if they miss out on a setup, a very poor setup, because to this group of traders that are suffering from overtrading, they don't have enough data to know that there is a reality where if they miss out on low quality setup, they can still be profitable. Because of that, they feel as if they leave this trade, they'll miss out on some profits. But instead, they engage in this trade, even if it does not align perfectly with the trading plan. Because of that, they are trading outside the plan, and that can lead to losing streaks and therefore unprofitability. Not because their plan is not profitable or because they don't have enough psychological strength to follow that plan. It is because of fear, the fear of missing out. So that is the first thing they need to deal with. The second thing is the desire to recover losses. We all as traders starting out, we had that desire to recover losses. When you lose a trade, immediately after the loss, there is that desire to want to draw that back. And this is why this desire is very dangerous, because it can lead to overtrading. Imagine a trader who is consistently following the plan, but because they encountered 3 losses in a row. Now because of this trader is eager to make back those profits that they have lost to the market. They are more likely to break their rule, and breaking that rule is exactly what leads to overtrading in the first place. And overtrading is one of the most dangerous trades you can have as a trader, because the market can keep presenting opportunities, and when you get addicted to trading outside your plan, when that becomes a habit, it becomes very dangerous. And the more you repeat that, the harder it is for that habit to break. So that is the second thing. The third reason is the discomfort they have with inactivity. And we all face this as traders, especially swing traders, where you need to be extremely patient. You need to wait for days, sometimes weeks, and it can even extend to months depending on the kind of trader you are. This inactivity can feel like unproductivity. You want to feel like you are being active, and because of that eagerness, because of that need, it leads you to start changing some things in your plan, or at the extreme end to start breaking the plan, going against it. As we said, that leads to overtrading. So these 3 things are the most common that I've seen that leads traders to breaking the plan or taking in unnecessary setups. And to an extent, we all heard about different advices. We've all had different advices from different traders on how to overcome overtrading, and most of them are just simply vague. there are not systems, and without systems we will not improve. Some of those advice are the common advice, like just take less trades. Now if you tell a trader just trade less, bro, the chances of that trader following that advice is very low. Because what is trading less? Let's be grounded here. If you advise someone to take less trades, what exactly is that? Is it if the trader see the plan, or if a market presents a setup that aligns with the trading plan, should they ignore that setup because they have been in one or two trades for the day? Should they ignore a perfect A+ setup because to avoid overtrading, because you advise them to take less trades? So it doesn't make any sense. It's not answering that question. And the second advice is to become more disciplined. We've all heard this advice, but we know that advising someone to become more disciplined, it doesn't work, because there is no why and there is no how. There should be a method that a person can follow to build a certain habit. So that doesn't work as well. And then the fourth one is to control your emotions. We've all heard this: control your feelings. Make sure you use your willpower when you're feeling a certain way. Leave the market. This does not work, and we all should by now know that when we try to suppress our emotions, it doesn't work. So we need a system to express this emotion. We need a system that will lead us not to try to suppress our emotions, but to catch the emotion immediately is bottling up and then do something about it. So I'll show you 3 rules, 3 structural solutions to actually practically overcome overtrading. The first one is to reduce decision points. So what exactly do I mean by that? Is to predefine. Most of us know our plan, but we need to get more detailed in the plan. Okay. The most practical thing you can do here is to set out the maximum trade that you should take in a day or a week, or if you want to go to the extreme end of it, a month. This will lead you to significantly cut down on the amount of trade that you take, and make sure that you are taking the most high quality trade than focusing on intensity. It will make you focus on quality instead. So that is the first solution that you must have in place before moving on to the rest. Make sure you predefine your trading plan. How many trades should you be taking in a day? Predefine your loss limit and your profit limit for the day. Once you have that in place, that shrinks your focus. It makes you make sure that you are taking the most high quality setup that you see in the market. And this is very valuable. Once you start engaging in this habit, it's a very profitable habit for traders. The second thing is to shift your focus from intensity to quality. There is no trader that I've seen that is profitable that focuses on intensity. They just want to trade. If you do that, the chances are very high, like 99.99%, that you are going to remain unprofitable, because the market does not favor intensity. It's not a place for grinding. It is a place to be accurate and precise. So you need to focus your identity. You need to shift your identity from being the type of person that places productivity on intensity, on action, just doing, but rather focus on quality. Make sure that the trades you take are that they have a very high probability in playing out in your favor. And once you can do that consistently, then the chances are high that you will end up profitable. Moving on to the third thing is to shift your identity. Shift your identity, because our minds and our beliefs is exactly what we project on the market, because that is what we are. And we don't have an external tool or an external individual to put the blame of our unprofitability on. So because of that, the focus is towards us. So we need to make sure that the us we are referring to is the kind that has a very good identity, that identifies himself in a positive way. Because when we reflect what we are as humans, when we communicate with someone, we project what we are onto them. It is all energy, and this is very important. You need to make an identity shift. The specific identity shift that you need to make to overcome the specific problem, which is overtrading, is to go from the active trader. Don't try to be active. Try to be selective. And those are very different traits. An active trader, for example, will focus on the outcome. Let's say this trader is trying to pick a system, okay? They'll focus on the outcome of the system, which means they'll focus on the amount of return that can get from a specific system, instead of focusing on the decisions and actions that can get them to profitability. And this two identity is very important. I'll explain. The trader who focuses on outcome will be more likely to participate intensely in the market, which means because they see this future self, which is indeed possible, but they have a false imagination of it, because they see their future self making a lot of money. They interpret that as more work. From where they are to where they want to be, they need to put in more reps, and this can lead to overtrading in the market, because they want to get there. So they keep placing the trades and keep placing the trades, keep taking the setups that they should be ignoring. That leads to unprofitability, as we all see as traders. The second identity shift, which is the selective operator. When you have that identity, then you become more deliberate. Okay, should I pick this system, this day trading system, because I have enough time to day trade? Or should I pick this swing trading system because I work in 9 to 5 and I should have enough time to focus on my work and also day trading? Okay, sure. I'm going for swing trading. Let's say for this example, this trader goes on swing trading. Now, because this trader is a swing trader, they have the mental space. This can also be applied to day trading, but I'm just using swing trading for this example. They have enough mental space to be deliberate, because this person is not, they know that they will eventually get to their dream goal. But putting that aside, by becoming deliberate, they can focus on the steps that will take them there. Now, this person, not being in a hurry like the other trader, will be more likely to focus on the quality setups, which means they are more likely to take things gradually, to be more patient. And this is why there are two groups of traders overall in the market: the traders that took a lot of time to become profitable, and the traders that did that in a considerably little amount of time. You can see that the groups that it took maybe 4 years to become profitable, at first they focused on intensity and not accuracy, And this leads to two things. They cannot learn properly because they're in a hurry. They're not reviewing their mistakes, and they are risking a lot because they are in a hurry to accomplish this goal that they have for themselves quickly. The second group who makes it in a very short amount of time. They are very precise. They know that they will get to their goal. They're very patient. They risk less, which means they lost less before they became profitable. So it depends on the kind of individual you are. In order for you to break the habit of over trading, you need to be deliberate. You need to consciously, you need three things. Know your system. Okay? Know your system, the limit, the maximum loss limit that you want to be taking in a day or a week or a month. Know that, and then select the trading, know your plan. When it comes to execution, start selecting your setup. Through pattern recognition, you should know the setup that works out and the ones that fail. Through that, you can select the most high quality setup, like your A+ setup, and just focus on that. That will break the habit of overtrading. And the last thing you need to do is to shift your identity. You will get to your goal, but you need to take things patiently and steadily. I promise you, hands down, if you do these three things, you inevitably improve, and you will find yourself taking less trades but more accurate trades. You will stop going on extensive losing streaks because now you are focused on taking the right things, and that will lead to the outcome that you want from the market. Remember, slow is fast. I will see you on the next one. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and like below. Comment the practice that you want to get to develop the habit of becoming a more stable and patient trader. I'll be seeing you on the next one. Peace.